Cookies for a Cause. I love the red velvet.
Have you tried them, really?
Yes, I have. I'm a cookie sommelier, you know.
A cookie sommelier?
Yes, I am.
Now, who knew that there was such a thing?
Who
He's
knew?
the world's first.
The world's first, I am.
You have a very good job then.
Starting over again. That is what we're all about. We're in midlife. We're on a midlife road trip. What inspires you? What inspired the song?
Well, that song was written by a very good friend of mine named Dana Glover. And she came to my office and played it for me about 5 years ago. And I heard the song and I had one of those emotional experiences of everybody, no matter what age you are, where you are in your life, everybody is sort of having to push the reset button on their lives because their lives look differently than they thought they would at this point in time. So I called Dana and I said, how would you feel about making this sort of be the centerpiece of this album? And so the timing worked out perfectly. And then all the other songs just sort of started to fit together perfectly. As I like to say, that's the tree trunk of the album, and all the other songs are the branch.
What's on your bucket list? What are things that you haven't done that you want to do?
My biggest fantasies revolve around travel, I would say. And that's when I'm able to take my music to other countries. I just love being immersed in different culture. And music is a wonderful way to travel the globe and not only share what makes life, also kind of take all these wonderful experiences in and bring them back to my life here and try and find ways to synthesize them.
You have been a working musician since you were a teenager. Is there ever anything else you wanted to do or thought you would do?
Yes, there's a whole laundry list of things. I worked for my dad when I was a kid. He was a doctor, a dermatologist. Don't tell anybody, I shouldn't actually say this on camera, but he's passed away now, so they can't really do much to him. But he had me assist in minor surgeries, and I was like 13 or something, like totally illegal. But anyway, that was my dad. So I thought, well, I want to be a doctor, but then I had to realize eventually that there was a whole lot of school involved in that. That was not going to be. I loved business growing up. I was always into some business or another, whether it was selling stickers or making these pottery kind of things. I thought about being an architect for a good chunk of time. I loved the entertainment business too. I thought about being an agent or in some communications corporation or something like that. But music just sort of came and bit me, and I've been on that road ever since.
I saw Emerald on the drums with your band.
Yeah.
Have you gone in the kitchen?
I have. I can make a couple things. I make cedar plank salmon on the grill.
Oh, that's a good one.
I make very, very good eggs in the morning. I'm a really good, I call them special eggs, and there's all different kinds of ingredients. Usually kind of with a fajita tortilla and some hot sauce and perhaps some black beans. That's kind of a south of the border breakfast that I can do pretty well. But other than that, not much.
Did you ever get to eat Emerald's leftovers?
Are you kidding me? That was the only reason I took that gig.
Okay, yeah.
He would make all this stuff, and he would work out these unbelievable things, and then he would say, okay, I'm out of here, the show's over. Dave, guys, here you go. And we would be left alone with all of this incredible food.
Oh,
I kissed him every day I saw him. At the beginning of my career, people say, how did you get it started? You've heard of payola, where they used to pay the radio stations under the table. My mom invented Cookieola, which was for any radio station that played my music, she would send them a batch of cookies. Believe me, we've gotten extra spins that way.
I love that. I love that.
When she passed away, the cookies were no more, and my sister, who's a very good chef, by the way, she started to feel the pangs of that. Which is why do the cookies have to go just because our mom is not here? And she started with the traditional chocolate chip, and then she's ventured out, and then she has a business now called Cookies for a Cause, K-O-Z, and a percentage of the proceeds go to Starlight Children's Foundation, which is one of my mom's favorite charities, and mine as well. Facebook is huge in my life. I will probably, if there's something that's going on, I'll probably use Facebook as the first place that I will let that information be known. Of course, I use my website as well. And Twitter too, but Twitter for me is kind of like, I just got back, I was in a place called Sanya, China. It's an island off the mainland, and that's where the Miss World beauty pageant was taking place. So there's 115 of the most gorgeous women in the world. These are all like Miss USA and Miss Canada and Miss all the European countries and all over the world, 115 countries. So when I walked into the hotel and I saw all these people, I said, I need to get this out immediately. So I took a picture, and that's what I
tweeted and said, "Look where I am." Suckers.
You travel a lot. What's your number one travel tip?
I would pack half as much, and I'd still not wear everything. So that would be my travel tip: is to don't do what I do. Be a little bit harder on yourself, and because if you can travel lightly, and I think that's a good thing in life in general, to go through life with not necessarily a lot of stuff. It makes you a lot more free and ability to kind of switch gears and more nimble and be able to do a lot more things because you don't have all this stuff kind of waiting.
Says I'm in therapy for a midlife crisis. That's what our program's all about. We put one just like this on your saxophone.
Okay,
So-
great. This is going to go on my soprano sax case, by the way. Is that all right?
Oh, that's perfect.
See, then it won't ruin the sound of the saxophone.
Uh-oh.